Welcome to TacosandGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more film reviews, and today we are going to be reviewing the highly anticipated sci-fi action adventure film by director Gareth Edwards, which is entitled The Creator, starring John David Washington, Gemma Chan, and Ken Watanabe. As always, I give you a brief synopsis, so without further ado, here we go. As a future war between the human race and artificial intelligence rages on, ex Special Forces agent Joshua is recruited to hunt down and kill the Creator, the elusive architect of the advanced AI. The Creator has developed a mysterious weapon that has the power to end the war and all of mankind. As Joshua and his team of elite operatives venture into enemy occupied territory, they soon discover the world ending weapon is actually AI in the form of a young child. This was amazing. There's so much to unpack here, but as you know how we do here in the tacosandgeeks.com, we are spoiler free and we keep our reviews kind of vague so it doesn't ruin the experience for those who are planning to go see the film. I will say this, that the story does kind of tread on familiar territory in terms of themes, but the way it's approached and the way it is handled and presented, it is done in a way that makes it refreshing, and for me, one of the best films of the year. And that's saying a lot, because there's some really good top contenders this year, but this one's definitely one of the best films of the year. And what really makes this work, I was watching this film, and what it does, it kind of like, I'm watching it and it made me conflicted because it's heavy on the theme of AI. And this is such a big debate that's happening in our world with AI usage, AI technology, and even the fear of the singularity where AI actually takes over and, starts to advance on its own and, pretty much enslaves us. And I started to watching the film and watching John David Washington's character Joshua. I felt conflicted in the way Gareth Edwards presented this world of AI and how human-like they were. It made me question myself, as like, what am I going to do when we really get to this particular point in our lives where AI is more human-like? AI is at the job with us. AI is working beside us. Am I going to be someone who's going to be able to accept that? Or am I going to be a robot sis? I'm making up words, but someone who's very discriminatory towards AI because it's not human. And that's one of the big questions here that, one of the many themes that was raised in here. There's so many themes in this, and not all of the themes stick. Not all the themes are landed properly. And not saying that it doesn't wrap itself up in a nice big bow at the end of it, but I will say that a lot of the themes were, some of them were brought up to, and then some of them were just kind of dropped, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're not going to explore that particular part. But what really makes this film great, number one, is the visuals. Let's talk the visuals here. Visuals is gorgeous. This is on an $80 million budget, and it was crazy that these days that seems like a $20 million type of budget these days, the way these big studios are spending so much money on these productions. But there's CGI in here, but honestly, I couldn't even tell. That's how good it is. The CGI blends so well with this film. It is a gorgeous looking film. I just saw this in IMAX, actually. So, and in IMAX, you can see everything. You can see the scope of the land, of various locations that they shot. It is a gorgeous, visually stunning looking film. One of the best films of the year. For as far as the story goes, the story is not something in terms of theme and scope that has with AI that we haven't seen before. And even certain characters like John David Washington, as great as he is in this, I felt that his character Joshua was a little bit one note at times, but he did shine best during these heavy emotional beats that happen in this film. He starts off very one note, like he's just this ex-soldier. You see this happen all the time. The ex-soldier that lost the mission and then, he's down on his luck, and then something calls him back into action. We've seen that type of thing before. But what I really did like is how Gareth Edwards handled the character. We do see him go from kind of this static to a more dynamic character as the film grows. It does get a little bit predictable when it comes to his character progression and growth, but just the way the rules and the way the world is presented to us, this, I honestly think this should have been longer. I feel like there's scenes in here that could have been cut. I mean, not could have been cut. I have a feeling that scenes in here were cut, and I would love to see if there's like a 3 hour and 30-minute type of cut. That's how good this film is. While these days films running a little bit too long, this one only clocks in at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I feel like we could have had a lot more time with Joshua and the child, Alfie, who was brilliantly played by Madeline. I can't pronounce her last name, but this is her first movie, by the way, and she steals the show. Now, child actors, there are really a lot of good child actors, but this Madeline just was able to evoke so much emotion with me, and so much with her, the way she does her facial expressions, the way she delivered her lines of such innocence. Like, you literally forgot she's AI, obviously, and AI the character, obviously. You forgot the character's AI because the way they present these emotions with these AI characters, it makes you feel like they're human. And then when you see this conflict that's going on between the Americans and the humans, and there's a reason why there's a war happening. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there's a reason for this war. And the reason is kind of legit. Like, the Americans go into action, you go like, all right, this is a legit reason to go into war. This is a legit reason to really go after these robots and AI. So what they were able to do is just really tell a story that we've kind of seen before, but present it in a way that's very I can't talk tonight, I'm sorry. Thought-provoking. And it really hammers home such questions of themes of not just that of just humanity, AI, how we're going to be dealing with this, technology, and just the wielding of that particular power, gods, God in general, like, the existence of God, and, creating and creation, and who are creators. Like, I believe the title of the creator has a whole bunch of meanings. It could be the creator, of which the theme is of the creator that created Alfie. It could also be the theme of the creator of just mankind being able to create life, and then mankind also creating AI. So there's so many ways you can approach this sci-fi film and take something, and everybody's gonna have like their kind of perspective. What I do like about this film is that it's not setting up a franchise. You can tell standalone. You can look at the I believe it was Screen Rant or one of the publications where they did an interview with the director Gareth Edwards, and he said that he does not want to do a sequel for this, or he has ideas for it, but he feels like a definitive ending is what Hollywood needs right now, and this definitely gives a definitive ending. One of the best films of the year. This is going to get a 4.5 stars with me. I absolutely love the visuals. John David Washington kills it. Gemma Chan kills it. Ken Wannabe. The visuals is really great. I had no issues. Action's really good too. It's mind blowing. I love the fact that they use kind of a countryside type of place for the locations, but they also made kind of like this Blade Runner cyber city type of feel that you're gonna really enjoy. Definitely check this one out if you can. See it in IMAX, see it in its full scope. And I definitely have to talk about the soundtrack. Hans Zimmer knocks it out of the park, really does a great job of evoking that emotion that you're gonna feel in this film. This is a sci-fi film. This is a popcorn blockbuster, but is one that has brains, one that makes you think. It evokes a lot of emotion. It has a story to tell. It has some themes that it's going to tackle. You're going to have a wonderful time with this. Bet it, guaranteed. This is Justin from TacosToGeeks.com. Definitely go see The Creator. 4.5 stars. If you like what we do here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on TacosToGeeks.com, browse our website, check out our recent highlights of certain events, and take care. Peace, love, and happiness. The Creator, once again, gets 4.5 stars. Go see this film, and if you can, go check it out in IMAX. Later days, and comment below and let me know what you thought of The Creator. Keep it spoiler free. Peace.